Hey guys, this is Renee from Tabletop Dubshot. This week and next week, we are going to be doing something a little bit differently. We're doing something called a Dubshot, just a fun little two-part series that takes place in the world of Solivant. Sometimes it might be in the modern day of the current main campaign. Sometimes it might be in the past. But with that, it'll also be someone else DMing. And so with that, we'll have Jordan as our DM. So that'll be this week, and part 2 will be next week. And the following week, we will have a recap of the first chapter of our book here in Solivant. And the week after that, we will be back to our main campaign. So we're really excited to get back into it. But in the meantime, please enjoy part 1 of this Dubshot.
Ready?
Yeah.
I don't know if I am, but here. Hello and welcome back to Tabletop Dubshot, a live-action D&D game with all baristas. For today, I am Jordan, your dungeon master, and with me we have.
Yep.
Let's go. Bela.
Mo.
I'm trying to remember what order we were going.
I was like,
I was like, oh no.
Well,
We have
keep
new,
No, keep
character
it, keep
names,
it.
but our real names changed. I want to point out one thing. Jordan said that for today he is Jordan, and
For today, I am. Yeah, you're right.
yesterday he was not Jordan. But go for it, Bela.
I'm Molinari Cypress or Mo.
And PE.
Today I am Mangelian O'Cart.
And Renee.
You can call me Kit Elmfall.
Woo!
And I get to play today.
Renee's
Yay!
very excited being a player, and it's for everybody to hear.
For you. Today we will be in a world called Solivant, but in a different area, much different from the atmosphere that we are used to. But during the same timeline, we are located in a country called Ulxa in the very eastern continent. Traveling amongst the countries over there, we are not necessarily at war, but small battles here and there. A kind of third country was created on their own, and there's lots of infighting between borders that are very close to each other. We are currently located in High Yard, which is a forward operating base in the northeastern country of Ulxa, really close to the border of Waldorsina, where we will be traveling, going up against the military of Tolocia. On day 1, we will be starting, it's early in the morning. Tomas and Mango are going to be traveling to do their scout report to get fully ready. We have already been located here for a few days, so we have general ideas of the area, the travel, the distance, but haven't fully gotten into scouting the base itself. It's about 5 a.m. Tomas is walking into the barracks that the three are sleeping in. Mango already sitting on the edge of his cot, seemingly ready to go. PE, go ahead and describe your character.
I play Mangelian O'Cart. He is an Eladrin, and he's super fun, kind of an elemental elf-ish, if we're gonna draw any type of similarities. But I am a rogue. I've been a rogue for this team for about a year or so. My skin is kind of an ashy gray color for the most part. Long locks of hair, kind of tucked back, and messily braided and rolled up so as to not get in the way of anything. And he has what looks like a cowboy hat on, because that is Mangelian's lineage. He is from the country.
Right. Thank you. As he walks in, we make eye contact with each other. It's early in the morning. Neither of us are fully awake, haven't fully had our coffee yet. And we already know that it's going to be a long day. We both head out of the barracks and head over to grab our horses. It's a very quiet morning, being that we are the only kind of active mission at the moment. The entire base is essentially asleep. Nothing else is happening. We had already kind of prepped our horses the night before, so we just had to go and grab them. We both mount up and head out. The country that we're in, being relatively similar to Umir in kind of environment, pretty green, lots of trees. The forward operating base that we're at is essentially right in the middle of a forest, relatively close to the water as well to have easy access for boat travel. And the path that we're going to be taking is almost completely surrounded by trees. The horse travel time is going to be about 2 hours. Mango, do you want to do anything specific on that time?
I think Mango is just kind of half holding on to the reins, half whittling something in his hands, but he's going to kind of call over to Tomas. Hey, boss, you think there's ever a chance that they're going to start actually clearing out some of these trees? We've been here a while, so and this trail never gets easier.
Mango, I think the point is that there are trees.
Right. I
We
mean,
want them here.
but we've been here for what, 3 months now? Like, if they don't know where we are, then I guess that means they're doing a good job. I don't know.
I think you kind of answered your own
Yeah,
question.
I'm pretty smart.
The conversation continues. We head farther and farther into the forest. We left around 5:30, so about an hour and a half, 2 hours into the ride. Since we're essentially traveling directly west, slightly going farther north to get into Waldorsina, but the sun rises at our backs, and so as we ride, you can see our shadows getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter until we reach essentially a mountain range with kind of a pass that leads up into the mountains, which is where we're going to be heading, but we are going to be staging our horses at the bottom. So as we reach the bottom, already having this planned, I think we'll go ahead and let's get these tied off onto these trees.
Okay, let me just go ahead and chase around the tree, pull it through. Yep. Okay, we're good. Oh, you want? I'll do yours too. Okay. Come here, girl. Come on. Yeah, that's it. Okay, tied off. Are we running the same route as yesterday, boss?
Yes, sir, we are. You'll be taking the lead as per usual. As we head up, though, Tomas is going to be casting Pass Without Trace.
I feel super sneaky.
As we start working our way up into kind of this mountain pass, we're gonna cut back to the base. Now that it's been about 2 hours, roughly it's about 7 a.m. and Kit and Molinari are going to be waking up. First to wake up is Mo, as she is an earlier riser, also been on the team a little bit longer. Mo, go ahead and describe your character and also give me a little morning routine for yourself.
Morning routine. So every day starts with a brisk splash of water to the face, only bottled. Well, I'm kidding. My 7-step skincare routine is specifically only for Val. So, who is that? Mo is a tiefling cleric. Her skin is dark gray with the sharpest cut jawline you have seen on a woman ever, can cut through the hardest block of cheese. She has little horns that protrude out from her long white hair tied off in little braids. And then again, those braids tied up into a bun to be as productive as you can be as a war medic. The tips of her horns are dipped in gold as part of her family look so that you could just tying her back to her roots. She is wearing her what does the military uniform look like? Do we have that canon?
In the field, it would be like kind of
Be
a
different.
camouflage type print, but it would be regional specific. So
Okay, so I'm gonna just skip over clothes because I'll let Jordan decide what we're wearing. But in the morning, she is just wearing some nice cotton two-piece set while she's sleeping. She starts her morning off with a prayer to the goddess that she dedicates her life to, Valaria, the Tempest Stormbringer, and she hopes that Valaria will guide her through any challenges and struggles that the day begins and give her the power to help heal her comrades in battle.
thank you, perfect. This takes about 15 to 30 minutes, more or less, while our fourth member continues to sleep a little bit longer, getting as much sleep as possible before he is forcibly awakened by Mo as she's ready to go get breakfast. Renee, go ahead and give us a description of your character, but also how did it feel to get shaken awake? Where's your response at?
Just an immediate. Oh, Kit wipes off a bit of drool that has formed on the pillow that's on this cot and kind of brushes his hair back, not incredibly long, but just right above shoulder length. Absolute just mess. He's a human. You can't, as he sits up a little bit, about 5'8", 5'9", brown eyes, has a only very kind of boyish face, the only prominent feature being this large scar on his chin that is from what everyone's heard was his first encounter, once he knew he was going to be a warrior, sharing this story of how he fought off an owl bear in the woods. And so that's when he knew he was destined for greatness. And so, but really, really, really enjoying the dreams of the food that he was preparing to eat. And in the dream, about to take a bite when suddenly jolted awake. Mo, what is it?
Get your ass up. We have things to do. You can get your pretty boy sleep later.
But it's so early.
We are in the military, man. Get up.
I know, but heroes don't need to wake up this early.
Get up.
Okay. And he proceeds to get up and start making his bed. As much as he is a slouch in many areas, military life, I think, has kind of still prepped him to at least do his due diligence as far as kind of just tasks to getting his area cleaned and prepared. So
Correct. I'll go ahead and take the opportunity to describe a little bit of the camis and, I guess, military attire on base and off. So we are in a more greenery part of the world, as well as it being kind of late spring-ish. So our camis are very woodland colored. Technically the day, work day hasn't started yet. So boots and trousers for sure, but on top, you don't have to have your blouse on yet. You would just have it's a green t-shirt underneath that everybody wears.
No free nipples.
So personal preference, up to you, whether or not you want to go to breakfast with your blouse on or off. But after Kit is shaken awake, gets dressed, ready for breakfast, because Mo is getting impatient and probably some level of hangry, you guys head over to the chow hall. Now the base is a little bit more awake. It's not a huge, it's not like a permanent military base, so it is a little bit smaller, relatively small amount of personnel. There's about 3 other squads, so being a squad of 4, so about 16 military personnel on top of the company CO and the company vice admiral that would also be present on base at all times. As you guys walk, you don't necessarily interact with anybody particular and head over to the chow hall. A couple of waves, head nods. You enter the chow hall and you see Zarin, your guys' favorite chow hall soldier.
does he work in the chow hall?
Yeah, he works
Okay.
the chow. He's the only one, because just being that it's such a smaller base.
Yep. Cool.
He's always there from 7 to 10 or so.
Kind of dragging his feet a little bit, but I think the moment he smells whatever Zaren's been prepping, at this point, Mo, you kind of get pushed, not shoved, but I think Kit starts to kind of put a little pep in his step, and then just says, "Excuse me, oh my God, pardon me, everybody, Zaren, one of my usuals, please."
Hey, morning, Kit. How you doing?
Oh, so good. A little early for me, but you know what? Once I knew the food was gonna be prepared soon, I knew that I had to make my way here.
Well, if you got up earlier, then this wouldn't be early anymore.
But then,
Just saying, I've already eaten and had coffee twice, so we're good.
yes, but then if I did it before you, the food wouldn't be ready. So, if anything, I'm doing us a favor.
You're right. You got me
Respond.
there. You got me there. Zarin goes ahead and prepares Kit's Plate as well as Moe's, as he's seen them both every morning for the last 3 to 6 months.
Thank you so much, Theron. Why do you put up with him?
Put up with Kit?
Yes.
What do you mean? I love Kit.
Oh my god.
You don't? You guys are on a squad together. This is awkward. Does he know?
We business strictly. He is one of my subordinates, and that's it.
I see. Who knows? Maybe the friendship will grow. You got time. He
There's
waves as Mo walks away. You guys both find a table to sit together. It's now 8 or so, 8 or 8:30, depending on how long it took Kit to get ready. But it's still relatively quiet, as it's just a small base, so it's not like tens, 20s, hundreds of military personnel coming in and out of the chow hall all morning. You guys want to do anything at breakfast?
What would our relationship with other people at this camp? Because obviously it's like a small number of people, so it's people that we see pretty frequently, but obviously we're within our own squad.
Right.
Like, do we kind of mingle with other people typically,
Yes.
or?
Yeah, so I mean, they're just like anywhere. There'd be probably a few that kind of keep to themselves. There is one. I'm going to say there's one squad that's been there the longest because they are kind of the permanent. Like they've been there since the forward operating base was established about a year or two ago. So they're friendly, but not necessarily as like excited to talk to everybody. But in general, the other two squads, all three of the squads together, everybody's about the same rank, similar time in the military.
Okay.
So while everybody's on separate missions and or have different reasons for being there, you guys talk to each other. Our squad specifically has been there for the least amount of time.
Okay.
Because our group is a little bit different than the normal squad. We travel a little bit more. We spend less time on different bases.
So only been there for a few months versus.
Yeah, we've only been there for about 3. Combination of establishing ourselves there with the area and prepping for this specifically.
I think at this point, for places that we've been, I think Kit is a big embellisher. I don't know if his charisma fully allows him to get away with a lot of stuff, having only a +1 for a lot of his charisma stuff. But I think anytime, knowing that he's only going to be at certain camps for a few months only at a time, I think Kit's very prone to just. And then I saw through the bushes there, first low to the ground, thinking perhaps it's a deer, an elk. And then it rose 5, 10, 20 feet and approached, and it jumped, and I only had my stick to defend myself. And then I was able to roll out of the way, but it nicked me right here in the chin. But I was able to fend it off. But that's how I got these. You were wondering probably how I got these scars, but.
Can Mo while she's eating her thing just mouth the entire story that Kit is saying because she's heard the story
It's
so
been-
many times?
Again, Kit knows he only has a +1 to charisma, so he's like, this format of the story has been tried and true to an extent. Yeah, Kit will not deviate from the story.
You almost have advantage on charisma when telling this story.
Only this story.
I've told it so many times.
Also, no one asked for this story or asked about the scar at all.
You're telling it to a soldier that's not even at your table. You're like leaning over the side.
Yeah, it's just off over here.
The other table. And
Reading
at least
my
one of them.
book of prayers, mouthing the story still.
They both are just nodding, trying to keep a straight face, keep their bearings, because Mo's imitating everything behind you. But they've also heard this story before.
I think I've forgotten who I've told the story to.
Yeah, everybody looks the same in camis. So cool. So we finished breakfast. Both of you know that there's things to do, things to prepare. You start heading out. You would both know, at least for Kit, your second favorite person in the chow hall is the cook, who maybe doesn't necessarily like you as much as you like him, but his name is Galir.
Galir?
Galir. Galir.
Oh, I was so close.
I thought of putting Galir, like AIR, but
I was like glaring.
I want people to pronounce it wrong sometimes,
How pretentious.
Galler, my friend, Mo, I kind of pat you on the side, Mo. Wonderful food. Compliments to the chef, of course.
He looks up at you. He's an orc and huge, and technically loves his job, but he never looks like he does. And he just looks at you, and he's under his breath. It's glare,
Kit,
literally every day.
I love you as well, my friend.
Kit, he I don't think he likes you.
Nonsense. See how he whispers sweet nothings to me from a
gods.
distance. Wonderful.
This kid
You can clearly tell that
This
he
kid
loves what he
think-
does.
Glaire's in love with.
Valaria, help
I
us
think
all.
Kit thinks everyone like
Loves
not
him.
in love, but everyone like
love it.
loves him.
Now the breakfast is over, you guys are going to head over back to the barracks. Kit, you will be going back to the barracks to start prepping the mission day bags. You guys would both know that being that you guys are a team of 4, Mango and Tomas always do the scouting aspects of the missions for a day prior and or days prior, depending on the situation. And the 2 of you always do like gear prep.
Cool.
So you're headed back to the barracks to start prepping the mission day bags, and Mo, you head over to the stables to get 2 horses ready because Mango and Tomas already have theirs. They're just using them.
Cannot escape the horse girl.
That was my first thought.
I think with the mission day bags, Mango has been whittling a lot and practicing little pieces and projects, and every 2 weeks or so sneaks a little figurine of an owl bear into Kit's bag, hoping to either traumatize or scare him. But today is one of those days. There's an owl bear figurine in your go bag.
It's Kit, you got this. Kit, you got this. And I think Kit just finds some kind of pole or anything to just from a distance just knock this figurine away from the go bags.
We'll start with Mo, headed over to the stables. You reach the stables in the stable hand. Ruvian, who is a woodland elf, greets you. Hey Mo, getting ready for tomorrow?
Yes, we should be headed out early, but again, I think that's classified, but appreciate you always, Rue.
Of course. Same as usual.
Yeah, the same one. If you find an owl bear statue anywhere hidden on any of Kit's stuff, just leave it alone, okay?
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Just don't take them off the saddlebag.
He gives you a thumbs up, like, sure.
Little hijinks in the troop never hurt anyone.
True. Love that. So he grabs your horses, and I'll let both of you decide what your guys' horses' names are.
Ooh, Mo, go first.
Mine is
No repeat
Right.
horse names.
I know. Manifest and Destiny are so good. My horse's name is Sylvie.
I think Kit lacks a lot of creativity, just like in day to day.
Please
And then
tell me you
so,
named your horse Kit.
Kit's horse.
I was gonna say because his last name is
Oh.
Elmfall. I was gonna say he calls it Elm, but Kit is funnier. So Kit, I think, building like this true connection with this majestic creature that's been transporting him for the amount of time that he's been traveling. He calls it HT, or HK, sorry. But it's something that connection with the horse, but it actually stands for horse kit, and so we just call it HK for
Nice.
short.
So yes, could we please have HK and Sylvie prepped for us to go? Thank you.
Yes, of course. Listen, as the leader of this troop, truly do think that I will ensure that we are set up for the utmost success.
Did I
He
miss a
teleports into
promotion?
the stable because he ran away from me.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, where did Kit come from?
I have the 2 go bags on each shoulder, and at that point, I've just kind of.
I was talking to Rue, but I think we missed his promotion, Rue?
I don't think we missed anything.
HK, wonderful steed. Come.
Kit, you're on backwards. The horse's head.
Nonsense. Okay, there we go.
you guys lead both of your horses back to your barracks. The way that the base and each barracks is set up is each squad has their own barracks. There's like the main kind of like lounge area as you walk in, a like cot room, which is where the three of you sleep, and then the squad leader like chambers that is a separate room. So, but every single barracks is set up for each squad. So there's like horse poles on the outside to get them tied up, prep areas, and food for the horses. Like everything's set up for horses to be staged for each group for nights before, or, multiple days. So you guys finish that general prep, getting all the gears together, getting each pack ready for all four of you, as the go day packs are a little bit different than the scout packs that Tomas and Mango would already have on them. You guys get those set and ready to go, and then you guys are going to be kind of relatively chilling. All of that probably took about an hour and a half, getting the horses ready, food prepped for them.
Can I honestly don't even know if it would be Mo's favorite snack or not. I can roll if you want me to, but could I have packed what I think is Mo's favorite snack in her go bag?
Sure, you roll a luck check.
Okay.
Ooh. How does a luck check work?
That
for the
feels
class?
funny.
I mean, it depends.
Yeah, that feels.
So
that
you roll a
feels right.
d20?
Yeah.
D20 luck checks are made up rolls, but they are just basically how lucky you are in this situation. And in this situation, Kit has rolled a nat one.
So you pack something I'm allergic to.
Yeah, I was gonna say, not only do you not know what her favorite snack is, but the snack you do pack, she is for sure allergic to.
It does not smile back.
What would Mo be allergic to? Or something that just like causes you to like you have like some like just
anaphylaxis? That'd be funny.
Whatever. What you tell me what it is, but I packed that.
A specific type of tree nut that is not found in the area.
I've brought it from home. I know.
Specifically for this mission.
I know Molinari would love it.
Do I find this later or now?
We'll get to it. I'll
Okay.
It'll be later.
Okay.
It'll be later.
I can't wait to die by anaphylaxis.
Now that the general prep, at least what you guys can do before the other two return, is all done, you guys have a few hours to kind of kill some time. Up to you if you want to roam around, if you want to work out, go for a run, you can go for a ride.
I think I just kind of try to stick with Mo, but like I said, in my head, Molinari and I are best friends. But I think I would try to
best friends.
Like I said, I think Molinari and I are best friends. But I think I would try to get some kind of like sword play done, just to kind of. I'm very lazy waking up, but I think Kit is once they're up, they're kind of in a groove of things. But
cool. Mo?
I think Mo is just kind of on standby under a tree, reading another prayer book, trying to get in touch with her goddess, and just, into her studies of what brings her joy.
Did you see that swing?
Huh?
Molinari.
Yes. Your form's a little off. Try straightening your left shoulder's kind of leaning. Try straightening up a little bit.
Wow. Truly are a team.
Yes.
You might just make it just yet, Mo.
Make it where?
I would like some swordplay sounds from Kit, please.
There's definitely like the actual sound of it, but I think at this point Kit is just
Yeah,
He's making
Kit, you got it. You really showed that tree where he
sword swing
what's up?
Yeah.
ching ching.
I immediately thought of Fruit Ninja.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna be trying. I think I'm just gonna be trying to bother her, not intentionally, but I think I'm gonna be trying to hang out with Molinari, and so
the whole time she's trying to actually relax and study, and you're making swordplay sounds and asking for advice. Cool. As this goes on, you guys kind of use up your free time. We're gonna go back to Tomas and Mango. A lot of this happening pretty simultaneously. We now have gotten to the top of the canyon, and we're reaching, or like kind of coming up onto the actual mountain pass that we have to pass through, named Ice Canyon.
Ooh.
Something that all of you would know. We are in late spring as of right now. The only reason why we got 3 months ago to start prep is that during the winter seasons, the canyon and the mountain pass are snow covered. In this path specifically, while it's not like necessarily real narrow, but it does have a cliff on one side, it isn't flat. So the whole path kind of leans. It has a slant or a slope to the cliff side. So it's just overly dangerous to travel during the wintertime, which is why Tolocia did take advantage of the fact that on their side, it's a little bit safer during the winter. So they took over the base and invaded it at the beginning of the winter season. So there wasn't really a whole lot we could do from our side. But at this point, Mango, I am going to ask you roll a perception check.
Am I going to be good at perception?
Ah,
I'm okay at perception.
Steve.
You could use an investigation too, if you feel like your roll that would help.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
not sure.
Yeah. So investigation 12. That's
Nice.
Yep, 12 total. That's the better one.
So, what would your perception have been?
My perception would have been a 7. Boss, are you sure? Like, did I tuck this in right? I mean, it kind of looks like. Am I dovetailing back here? What's going on? I feel uncomfortable.
You feeling a little off?
You know my mantra: look good, feel good, play good, and I'm feeling. You know what? Let's just focus. We can focus. Let me.
You're good.
He
You're good.
cups
Relax.
his hands to look through as binoculars for his investigation check of 12.
Perfect. You do kind of take the first few movements into the canyon, being very cautious because we haven't. This is essentially the first time we've gone this far. Being the kind of more stealth and investigative part of the group, Tomas is kind of following your lead as we kind of head into the actual canyon. So as we reach the top, there's the cliff on the right, mountain on the left. We go through a canyon that's cliffs both sides, but you can see not super long, but a little bit far out in front of you, it like opens back up. And just from like information and topography maps, you do know that on the other side is very similar. It cuts back to a cliff on the right, mountains on the left the entire time. So you kind of lead into this canyon, getting into the next like opening. Both of us pause, stop, and I'm gonna have you roll another perception check. Or perception this time.
Maybe a better roll for that one. Do I get like an advantage or something?
I'll give you advantage, especially being that we're together and you wouldn't know this from necessarily topography maps, but as we come to the other side, you do know that the like path that we're on leads down into this like town that had been overtaken. So you have kind of a vantage point on
Perfect
the area.
And I rolled the exact same thing. It's a 10.
Okay, I mean that's fine. You have a really good visual. It's still the sun has just fully come up, so it's bright out, but we are in a canyon. So at this point, there's lots of shaded area. You can see farther into the base. There's almost like a sliver of light that cuts through like the middle of the lake that's there and through the center of the actual town. But that's like essentially early morning, later in the evening, the only light that the town gets because the cliffs and the mountains are so high. So the only time that the whole town is kind of lit up is like midday when the sun is highest in the sky.
Boss, what are we hoping to see here? I know we lost this town at the beginning of winter, but do we really think we're going to be able to get it back?
I mean, that's the plan. I think that's why we're here.
Yeah.
We were picked and trusted that they think that we're capable of getting this town back into our control, and or I guess more specifically Waldorfina. They asked for our help with this.
Wow.
So
Makes me feel kind of dare I say, I feel kind of special being asked to be a part of this group. I think it's an honor.
hey, we're happy to have you, and you've been more than helpful on the missions we've had before. Excited to see how much more you can grow.
Mango's skin is gray, but you can tell he's blushing for sure.
Nice. So at this point, Mango, because you are the scout, you are kind of the expert on learning as much as you can. The goal of this mission is to kind of get a personnel idea of numbers, any like patrols that are going on, layout of the town itself. We don't necessarily know if that's changed, and as far as buildings go, like it's not like we have like detailed maps of suburb areas.
Do I think
so?
Do I think I need to get closer to get a better picture?
With where we're at, I would say yes. You do feel like we need to get closer. We're probably 300 to 500 feet away from like the wall.
Okay, I'm gonna look towards the left because that's where the mountainside is, right? Is there any like plant life or shrubbery that is growing that we could take cover with? Right.
A little bit, but I will say just because this is such a dangerous path for part of the year, it's not like real cleaned up paved style path and road. So it's not like leveled out. There's rocks, there's boulders, there's kind of like trees here and there. You can tell that there's enough space that was created for carts to get through. But that's essentially it. So you feel pretty confident that there's ways to stay hidden.
Okay, boss. You're gonna just go ahead and follow my lead. We're gonna hang a left here, hit a Lucy right behind this boulder, and we'll sneak right up next to. If you see that birch over there, we'll just kind of hide behind that tree for a second, and hopefully I can get a better look and roll higher on perception, so they say.
Yeah. And at this point, I will ask that you roll a stealth check.
And this is past without trace, right?
Yep. Plus 10 to whatever you roll and whatever your.
Woo! That is a 26.
Nice. Tomas rolled a 23. So honestly, probably impossible to roll badly with pass without trace, but here we go. So we again feel confident that we're very hidden still. We're not close to the wall yet. So we move down a little bit farther. How far down?
You said we were originally 400 feet away, 300 feet away? Yeah.
Roughly, yeah. From like the.
Yeah, let's go another 100 feet closer.
Cool. We move down, find another kind of point to get a better view, and go ahead and roll a perception check again. Again with advantage, because we are still up higher than the town itself.
Hot dice. No whammy. Okay, that one is a 15. That's pretty good. And we're going to go with the 15 over the 5.
Your investigation is
much better, yeah.
Perception, At this point, you feel like we don't need to get any closer because you can now get a better view of what's kind of going on. And while 250, 300 feet away is still not necessarily close, like you can still see people. How long would you like to kind of use this vantage point to learn as much as you can about personnel?
Right. I think waiting long enough to see a patrol change to kind of note that and any common patterns in patrol path. So 2 hours or so. Yeah.
Cool. Perfect. I'll say first hour or so, you continue to just learn the paths of the patrols. You see that there's one patrol, a pair of guards that just walk the full line of the front wall from essentially mountainside to lake, and they just go back and forth. Just for a visual, this wall goes from the mountain, and it looks like it's all the way up into, and then goes all the way to the lake, and kind of descends gradually into the lake. So it's not like a drastic fall. So you could theoretically get into the water and swim around the wall, but not the most ideal because you don't necessarily know what's going on the other side of the wall over there. You can see, because we are still high enough, you can see another patrol that's kind of just walking the beach line. from wall to backside wall, which is on the other side of the town. The backside wall, you can tell, looks like not as established. So it's more recently built, not necessarily in the last like 6 months, but your guess is that maybe this isn't the first time that this town has been taken over. So Waldorfina has decided to start building up. Just haven't fully gotten there yet to help both sides. But so that's another patrol that you see. And then you see a couple more just like guard soldiers walking around the base. After an hour of watching, you see 4 or 5 additional that are walking around, but not in any like certain pattern. So they seem to be off duty, going from building to building. You can kind of see the edge looking over the wall of like a training ground area. They seem to spend a lot of time over there, but you can tell that they're not working at the moment. But after about an hour, you do see a rotation of guards. And at this point, it would probably be about 9 a.m.
Okay, boss. Looks like they're not really expecting anything, but they do have quite a bit of personnel. Not super alert unless you're looking to go for a swim. I'm thinking we might have to go in under the cover of night or something. Or yep, they're switching guards now. Honestly, they could be more efficient. It's not a very fast process. Kind of just catching up with each other, it sounds like. So maybe taking advantage of some of that. Is that? No way. They have a Trader Joe's in this town? Are you serious? We have to go. I'm sorry, getting distracted. Oh, and the wall on the backside looks new, but not the good kind of new. The new of like, they're not done yet new.
Yeah, that looks unfinished. Seems a little bit odd to me that they would finish the wall shared with Ulxa before the wall on the Tolocia side, but not my town. Not my decision.
We have to sit in on this city council, I think. Do we think maybe that wall was destroyed and now they're just trying to rebuild it?
Possible. I mean, that would make more sense. We could give them the benefit of the doubt and say that
Cool.
that's what
I
happened.
mean, when we take over or take back a town, we want that town to sound as cool as possible. I'm trying to take some notes from Kit's storytelling about his pet owl or something that scratched him on the chin. I forget.
At this point in time, from a distance, to however many miles away, Kit is just, owl bear.
Oh man. Okay, but it seems like they're pretty nonchalant. It would be a good time, I think, to hit this town pretty soon. Do we know where we need to go in this town in order to truly take it back?
Not necessarily. We have gotten general reports of personnel on the base ranging from 8 to about 15, 16 at any given time. Again, they haven't even been here that long. And at this point, I doubt that they're going to finish that wall. So we've watched long enough. They haven't gotten any new personnel. We just haven't gotten any for sure numbers. I mean, there's lots of buildings. And at this point, where we are, you can kind of see how many buildings there is, but we're looking at mostly the tops of a lot of them. Farther in, you can kind of see the actual buildings. And with a 15, I'll say one of the buildings you've seen people go in and out of the most early, like when we first got there. You make the deduction that that's probably the chow hall. It's kind of centralized in the town itself. You can also see that there is a port, there's a harbor, but it's small. The lake is not huge, and the path out is also through a canyon. So there's no like huge transport ships, military ships coming in and out of here. Just small like supply ships. Being that they probably use this most often to supply the city and the personnel there with anything that they need, instead of like on foot transportation.
Okay, well, should we meet up with the rest of the group?
Yeah, I think we head back out. So we'll both roll another stealth check as we head back up.
Sneaky. Oh no. Well, with the pass without trace, that is a 19.
Okay, yeah, we're both good.
Also, sorry, side note, I don't know whose phone keeps vibrating, but
It's
sorry.
heard.
yeah, it's been picking it up a lot.
Sorry.
Oh, I didn't.
You're good.
I guess you're the one that edits, so you hear these things.
I'm like,
I was gonna say something, but I didn't want to interrupt
You're good.
dialogue.
You're good. Sweet.
but you rolled a
Well,
what?
technically, I rolled a 1, but
You rolled a
but I still got a 19.
you
Oh shit!
got an
I rolled
18,
my
so we're not seeing. But halfway up, you do like almost slip on a loose rock, and it tumbles down a little bit. We both freeze and look back,
Okay.
but we're fine.
I take off my cowboy hat and wipe my head a little bit. Put it back on. That was a close one.
Cool. I say we get back out of here. Get back so we can give a report and make a full game plan.
Yes,
for tomorrow.
sir.
So we head back up, we go through the canyon, come back out on the other side, and I'm gonna have you actually roll a perception and or
Okay,
investigation.
let's do that. Hey, 18 investigation.
No.
Oh.
Not his, but not his strong suit. He's really only here because of Pass Without Trace, and he's the squad leader, so he's not gonna send you by yourself.
Hey, Himbo.
Jordan
He said,
will always play a himbo, even when he has an option to create any other good player.
I know. Well, I'm a paladin, so I was like, I can't.
Oh, oogie.
Stuff doesn't make sense to be up by strong suit. You said 18 or 19? Cool. As we come back out of the ice canyon on the other side, and it opens back up. Obviously, we still have now the cliff on our left, mountain on our right. We start to head down. You pause as you kind of see a glimpse of almost like an opening. It looks like in like the cliff itself. What do you do?
It's an opening in the cliff, like it's over the side,
Like
kind of looks like a cave.
if you no, like
Up the
up the mountain. Sorry, up the mountain. There's like as you look to the right, farther down. Like when we came up, we could have gone right or left. We knew that we had to go right to go into the ice canyon, but you could travel left, and you around a corner. It looks like there's like almost a gap.
And we're walking at this point, right? Okay. I put my arm out.
Yeah.
Whoa, awesome! I clocked something over there. Do you see that? That slight opening, the curvature of the mountain. It doesn't quite fit what it was supposed to be. I think we got to check it out.
Let's go over.
And we tiptoe over.
As you tiptoe over. It was about 30 or so feet away, so it doesn't take a super long time. Only takes a little bit of a long time because we're tiptoeing. And as we get closer, we see that there is actually like a man-made path up the mountainside that seems to lead to
the top of the mountain. And the peak of the mountain is closer to the town, right?
Yeah, so we're looking at like as we were going in the cliffs on our left, rough estimate. I mean, you're not like spending a bunch of time looking at how tall this mountain is, but probably 150 or so feet up. Because we've already traveled up from ground level where horses are tied up.
Does it look like it was recently traveled? Oh.
No, just not.
Boss, does this show up on any of your fancy maps?
No, nothing that we've gotten shows this being here.
Mango wipes his nose. I think we're gonna have to check it out right now.
All right. No, I'd see what's up there at least. Don't want to get prizes tomorrow.
Is it like a full path where it's like you duck behind some walls and then it's like an open path, or is it more like a cavernous path up the mountain?
So it looks like it's kind of on this backside because when we're going through the canyon, it's like straight up. But when we got to the top where we were walking, if you go left, it becomes more like mountainous steep rather than cliff straight up. So they did. It is steep, but it is like man-made, so you can tell that it was purposely put there, and so you're kind of like ducking behind rocks and using the rocks to get up. So it is a little bit of a travel, but you can tell it's not naturally there. So there's definitely going to be like footholds and things to grab to get up to the top. So we head up to the top. Seems okay enough. We haven't, at this point, with some of the travel and the investigating that we have done, we know that like this side of the canyon seems to have been untraveled by at least the Tolocian soldiers. especially, I mean, when they got there, the whole point of timing was that the ice canyon was iced over, so
Travel.
they weren't traveling, but
Mhm.
also we couldn't travel through that canyon. And they don't want to butt heads with Ulxa as much as they're fighting with Waldorfina. And part at the bottom of this canyon is Ulxa. The mountain range is in Waldorfina. So we travel to the top, and something you do find when you get to the top. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me really quick.
Giving me the stuff that I'm bad at.
Perception.
Disgrace. 13 perception.
Cool.
Yeah, it was so middling.
You get to the top, and you find that actually this part of where the canyon is, as you go to the right towards where the town would be, is more of a plateau than a mountain. So there's flat space, not as green as the bottom,
Yeah.
but a little bit. There's like grass trying to grow, but not super successful because it dies every year in the snow. And a few trees that you can tell a little bit more like piney rather than like leafy. Hey, Mango, I think if we head over to that direction towards the town, we might be able to look down into the town.
You know, I'm walking over towards the edge. I tried not to make it a habit of looking down on people, but for this mission, I will. When we make it to the edge of the cliff, I think I lay down and like scoot myself over to the edge.
Over to the edge. I follow your lead. Go ahead and roll a perception check. Or not perception, sorry.
Nice. That's a 30. My lady.
Okay.
My lady. My bad.
You look down and you find, because of kind of walking into the mountain, we've traveled a little bit distance inward. And so by the time we get to the ledge, we're actually much closer to, if we look straight down the cliff, a lot closer to where the wall is. So you're looking tops of these buildings. You can see pathways, gaps. You can actually see, if you look at the lake, you can see the canyon that kind of leads out. It's a little bit of a kind of a snake way, a river almost that goes, and then you can't see the end of it anymore. So you can't quite see the ocean, but you know where it leads. But now you can actually get a more accurate layout of the town.
Boss, I think if I spit, I can get it in that guy's lunch. No, I shouldn't. Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't. Okay. Oh wow, we can see the entire town from here. Does it look very different from what we observed before?
Not so much. The main difference is like, one, now you actually know how many buildings there are, and you can tell that obviously from where we were, we could see the tops of buildings and like ledges, and then another building, ledge, another building, but we had no idea how far apart they were, and or how deep the town actually goes. So now you can see most of the buildings on the front side are pretty close together. Not a lot of space in between them. Towards the back, there's a little bit more space. They're more spaced out. But go ahead and roll an investigation check for me.
Oh, that's going to be a 10.
Oh, sorry, with advantage, because we're literally looking straight down on the town.
Higher than a 3. Higher than a 3. That's going to be a 19.
Nice. Okay, so now you get to learn a whole lot of things.
It looks like those buildings right there look like they're really good for sneaking. And then I cut my hand again to look deeper.
Yeah, you catch that there's like a specific path that kind of leads through the entire town. The gaps in between the buildings on the front side, you note, good places for, as we're actually moving through the town to use as like hiding. You can tell there's 3 barracks buildings. As we observe and you're watching people walk around again, you can kind of get a general idea of what those buildings are. And you are able to catch which building is the captain's quarters. It is on, so I remember in the central part of the town, you notice that there was the chow hall, but the captain's quarters is on the far backside. Backside, tucked up against the mountain, so away from the lake. And as soon as you exit the captain's quarters, straight across are the 3 like barracks. Buildings on the front side, you're not really sure what they are. They could be more barracks, but nobody's gone in and out of them. So this wasn't a military base before. It was taken over by the military, but you can tell there's unused buildings, essentially. And on the front side, as soon as you would walk in the front gate, the training ground and like a building there is on the left, also tucked up against the building.
Ho ho ho! Bingo was his name-o. Boss, you gotta look at this. And I point out where the captain's quarters is.
Nice. That's
Okay.
helpful. That's really what we
Right. I
needed.
think it looks like they're all consolidated to that one area for the most part. One concern I think I might have is I don't quite see a lot of civilians around. So what they're doing with them, I don't know. Are those their houses? Are they in hiding? Do they ship them all off and get rid of them? Just more questions than answers at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that the answer of the captain's quarters is, primary for this mission. So regardless of what else we did or didn't learn, I think that's a win.
Great.
For sure.
And I'm gonna like slither like a snake to back away from the edge of the cliff and stand back up so as to not draw attention. And straighten my jacket up. Okay. Well, we should probably get back. I did hide an owlbear figurine in Kit's bag, and I would love to see how that went.
You do this every
Right,
mission.
but it's funny every time.
I'm not saying it's not, but
You think that town has any like owlbear feathers or something that we could get, and then I can hide that around places too?
are you just gonna waltz into the town?
No,
ask for an owlbear?
when we're
Owlbear?
done, when we're done with this.
Okay, right. Yes, love the optimism. Yeah, maybe.
Perfect.
Now that we've backed away, we head back down that path that we came up, and then down the mountain pass into the forest again and grab our
Great.
horses.
What's your horse's name?
Now at this, I'm cheating a little bit because it's Nakaya.
You cheater.
I know. I didn't get to do as much with
Right.
the dog in Olea as I would want to, but it's also just hard, especially we were in hell for the last like. Definitely didn't bring her there.
She's dead, dude. She's hella dead.
No, I
The
feel
guy
like
was a puppy.
We were gone for like 30 years?
We-
No. How many years was it? Was it
The
4 years?
four.
We were gone for 100 years.
Yes.
Micaiah is a great grandfather Stanley Yelnats by now. Anyway.
That's crazy.
Beep. Okay, there's Nakai over there. Yup. Good girl. And I walk over to my horse and I pat the side. Come on, Moose. Let's get out of here.
Do you have specific like horse reins that have
It's-
little hairs? Oh my God.
No, but every time I hold up my moose antlers to Moose, he kind of kicks up a little bit. So that's how we got Moose.
Perfect. Okay, cool. So after the time spent, finding that path and spending some time up there, at this point, it's, we observed from the path until about 10. So now it's, 11 or so that we're heading back. And didn't mention this before, but horseback, it is about 2 hours from the bottom of the mountain back to the base. Cool. We head back. And what's the key? Arriving back into the town, we left and it was absolutely dead. And now it's middle of workday. So everybody's up. Lunch essentially is like coming to an end. So as we arrive, not wanting the chow hall to have to stay open for us too long, we get our horses tied up over at our barracks and we head straight to the chow hall. And as we enter, we do see Kit and Mo already in there.
I think at this point, my familiar has woken up. I don't know if familiars sleep or not. I don't think even I've established this. But I have it always changes color. Like if I ever have to resummon them based off of like whatever like region we're in. But I'll say that I summoned him sometime, probably like in the last day or so. Rex, he is a lizard. And I'll say he's about like a foot. He's about like 11 or 12 inches with like tail included in that. But then I think at this point I'm feeding him some scraps of whatever food that I didn't finish, which just says, Galler, Rex absolutely loves this.
I think as we walk in and we see the tail flicking of Rex's tail, and you said it changes colors?
I think whenever I resummon him, so like right now it's kind of more of like a white
Great.
snowy, like
Mango pulls out a knife and goes, "Oh, Kit, you gotta warn us whenever you have Rex around, and when he's changing colors, because I got used to a yellow lizard last week, and now he's white."
Mango.
Rex is always here.
He's always here. Also, listen. I don't want to speak too boldly, but if this is how you react to lizards, I would just say, maybe be more cautious of things that you're afraid of. And from his pocket, he'll pull, kind of shaking a little bit, but he'll pull the second owlbear figurine that he found in his pack.
Oh, that was a good one, huh? I look over at Mo. Did you see him? Did you see him when he found it? Was it good?
I just heard a shriek from the barracks, so pretty good.
Nice. Okay.
Not a
Anyway,
not a
Galler, you got some food or something? That'd be great, my guy.
Guys, it's Galair.
Kit.
Yeah. What did you just call him?
I stare at Kit with like angry eyes because that's the last name that I heard. I was like, Galair. I glare at him.
Anyway,
Kit or
Kit.
Galair?
I'm so sorry, Galair.
Okay.
May I please have some grub?
Yeah. Sure.
Thank you, kind sir.
As he continues to cook, and Zarin is there to, serve all your dinner needs or lunch needs. Sorry.
Yeah. So what's it looking like?
Good. We learned, things that we needed to know. One thing that we had to learn, we know where the captain's quarters is, but we'll get into it after lunch.
Understood. Grabs a little bit more of like a piece of bread and just.
I think Mango sits like opposite corner of Kit and Rex, and just kind of keeps a shifty eye on him, bringing a lizard to lunch. It's like, what are we doing here?
Molinari, see, blessings from Valerie.
Yes, blessings from Valeria. Sorry. How do I say it?
Yeah, I like nudge.
Valeria?
I nudge Mo.
I think the time you guys have been
every
spending,
time, and it's growing.
I think the amount of time you guys have spent with Kit has been killing brain cells.
We have got to get a little bit more separation.
Oh, Tempest, please forgive me. I'll never forget how to say your name. These idiots are just.
Whoa, these.
Ugh.
I like these idiots. Both. I like looking at Kit. Both. We're both idiots now.
I'm talking about the lizard.
The one
I love
time,
you, Rex, but
the one time you look so offended.
I'm sorry.
Rex, she doesn't mean that. And I think at that point, Rex will kind of climb up like in through the shirt and then just kind of be somewhere on his person,
Like shoulders or something.
Yeah, but like inside, like his actual clothing.
Oh man,
got it. Cool. So I guess I'd say timing wise, you guys were probably about halfway through lunch when we sat down. Mango, make sure you eat enough.
I've just been pecking at the side of the course that we have. Right. And I take 3 full bites, and now my mouth is full. Are we just going? Should we fill them? Sorry. Should we fill them in with what we saw?
We will, but after lunch we'll go to the control room. Vice Admiral Tara is going to be joining us.
A shiver runs down our spines.
She hot? Is she hot?
Go ahead and roll.
I will.
Get a luxury.
A 4. She is not hot.
She is
confirmed.
just intimidating.
Whatever you
She's
roll
just intimidating.
on your D20 divided by 2 is her hotness out of 10.
2 out of 10.
Great. I think it's not that she's not hot. It's just she's so scary and intimidating that we can't get over that fact.
What if I want that?
Oh. Well.
I think Kit's coming back with his second serving of food. He's not like incredibly like massive, but I think in my head, Kit is like early 20s. So he just burns food
like nothing.
Yeah. I think he just looks over at Mango and sees that. I mean, has Mango been
very
eating, or
slowly?
is he, like not? Mango, please, you must eat. You're starting to look like a coat hanger.
What did you call me?
Skinny.
Okay. Well, if I'm skinny, then I can sneak better between the trees. Okay, so I will eat when I'm hungry, and I take another bite because I am hungry.
He also has like some of his food and just kind of ready to airplane into
He's
Mango's mouth.
trying to swat it away. No, get that. That's yours. You put that fork in the lizard's mouth, so I don't want that.
We need to eat and get to the control room. We are meeting Vice Admiral at 2.
Yes, and then she's going to look at Mango and say, "He looks like a shadow. Is malnourished. His shadow's malnourished." So over there, I look over at Molinari.
Smiles. She just
I love you guys.
smiles and nods.
She agrees.
We finish eating about 1:30, 1:45. So myself, Tomas, and Mango have a chance to go drop our scouting packs.
Yourself, Tomas, and Mango.
Well, I was myself, and then
Comma.
reiterating, I am Tomas. Dropping our
Tomas.
in our barracks so that we can head over to the control room. We do get there a little bit before the Vice Admiral. For you guys who don't have time in the military, Para's rank, the Admiral level, is would be considered like a enlisted rank, not a officer. So you do address her as Vice Admiral, not Vice Admiral Ekar, which is her last name. Just Vice Admiral. Depending on how today goes.
How do you spell her name? Sorry, I need to cut you off.
Tara, and then Ekar is Echar.
Echar.
Yep.
That's the Vice Admiral, right?
Yes.
Tachar.
Huh?
He's practicing saying it wrong.
It's gonna hurt me so much because I mirror hard and it's so hard not
The interactions and how the day goes, we might interact and or cross paths with the CEO, the commanding officer. He is just Sir.
Yes, sir.
I think
call him Czar.
No, I think I see the CO too much for me to play around with him.
Cool. So we're now in the control room, kind of setting up the map that we do have, prepping for Vice Admiral to come in. And as she enters, we all stand. Good afternoon, Vice Admiral. Thanks for joining us. Hey, of course. I'm just here more or less to observe. This is your guys' mission. I just want to make sure that I'm on the same page as you guys of what's going on.
We're all still standing. We're waiting for Tomas to sit down before we do.
Well, I guess in this moment, only me and... Hello.
Kit's waving.
Good afternoon.
It's been waving this entire time.
So at this point, Mo and Kit, you guys would sit down because you guys are just like the Vice Admiral. You guys are there to listen and learn the plan for tomorrow.
Couldn't she sit down first and then tell us to sit because she...
Yeah, what would protocol be?
In the world of enlisted, there's not really a protocol for that. Officer side, which would be the CO, it's a lot more formalities and like saluting. You wouldn't salute out indoors, but if we do cross paths with the CO outside, you would have to salute.
Okay.
So she sits, the two of you sit. We start out just to kind of, obviously we all already know what happened because we talked about it, but we fill everybody in on the layout of the town, learning where the captain's quarters were, rough estimate of the amount of military personnel on the base. We visually saw 8, but joint decision decided that there's probably closer to 12 as we were only there for a couple hours, so there's no reason why we would have seen everybody.
How always because you guys were looking at how big is the town? Like it doesn't be like specific square mileage, but like
right. So there's it was like 4 buildings at the front that kind of make like a little bit of an L, are relatively up against the wall, but pretty decent distance away, and those kind of make an L that the path follows. Past that, there's a path that leads to the bay where the harbor is, and then after that path where it's a little bit wider because those boats are coming in to transport like goods and supplies, and so it's a wider path for a cart. What seemed like just enough space for it to get through there to the chow hall and or to the barracks. So at this point the paths do widen, And then you have up against the water side of the path are 3 about same size barracks as the ones on our base. And then across from them is the captain's quarters.
Cool.
Another few buildings on the backside, then the wall. But again, those 2 buildings look like they could have been like the barracks are being used as barracks, but they're probably just homes, same as the ones on the backside.
And you had said that the wall was on the Ulxan side.
Yeah, so the finished wall is on the Ulxan side.
Gotcha.
The unfinished wall, and from the distance, because with the town being big enough, we couldn't tell if it was like under construction or destroyed.
Okay.
So we finished filling in on just the information that we gathered, what we learned, and then at this point, Tomas speaks up, and you guys have been on several missions with me, Mo, a few more than others, but at this point, you guys know your general role and the goal of why we're even here. We are not like guns blazing, fly in, make a scene. We're here to clear out as quietly as possible. So, Mo, Mango, be counting on you guys for those range attacks as we move in to try to lessen the numbers before we're ever even seen. That'll be our main goal from a distance.
But you won't have to. I can be assured that I will handle the situation, of course.
You visibly hear
Let's
you hear
listen
Mango's
more.
eyes roll.
What was that? What was it? Rex attack.
Thomas kind of turns and looks at Kit, and I mean we're a team. We'll do this together. But
Team effort, of course.
on this mission, Kit, I will say bigger military presence, bigger group for the 4 of us to be handling than we're used to. So I will be also counting on you with those range attacks as we move through.
Of course.
Heard.
So
Is Kit range?
huh?
Is Kit range? No, right?
No.
Or is he? That
I have some
What?
stuff, but
sure.
I think you have a ranged weapon, don't you? Yeah.
I have a ranged weapon, and then I also have some spells that I cast.
Okay. Okay.
Cool.
And I have
So-
and I have a net.
Nice. Because there's a bay and
Right.
we can fish.
Can we celebrate by fishing?
Yeah, let's finish this whole plan thing first, and then we'll get there, Mo. Come on.
Yes, Molinari, please.
I'm sorry we were already on a tangent. I thought we could just go with it. Sorry.
From
It won't happen again.
Vice Admiral, my apologies for the rest of my party.
From behind his back,
Or I would
Mango pulls out a whittled fishing hook and looks at Mo and goes, "Wink," and then puts it back behind his back.
at this point, Tomas looks over at the Vice Admiral and like hits the table to try to get everybody's attention. As I was saying, our first and main goal to start out is going to be getting inside the wall. The patrol on the front side, I think we can definitely get close enough to take them out as a pair, as well as we get inside, taking out the pair that are going to be patrolling the beach side. Like we said, once we're inside, there's no patrols, but we don't know what buildings people might be coming out of. Everybody's on a little bit different time schedules, I'm sure, with different shifts, sleeping at different times. So we're just gonna have to keep ready for taking out anybody that could potentially spot us on our way through as quietly as possible.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, thinning out the numbers before we get to the captain's quarters would be helpful, but our main goal will be to get there and take him down.
Right, sir. If I may, and Mango kind of saunters on up to the big map that's on the wall that we kind of put together of where the buildings are and the town. So in this area right here, and Mango wants to give a breakdown of what he thinks would be a good game plan. I'm thinking we sneak up and we wait for a patrol to change. We take them out, and then we can get through the wall somehow. These buildings here, as we're first getting over the wall, real packed together, real good for sneaking. Okay, we're gonna use that to our advantage. And we did locate the captain's quarters over here up against the wall. Now, like boss was saying, there's a lot of people there, a lot of soldiers, it feels like, much more than 4. So if we are going to pick a fight, we got to make sure we end it quickly. And I look over at Tomas and I wink at him as well.
Yeah, that actually sounds great. I think that's a good plan.
Also, there is the Trader Joe's,
Brilliant plan.
and Mango steps back.
Wonderful. We must conquer the city once more.
I will say, I didn't address it, but when the shift change did happen, it almost seems like they don't like verbally and or specifically like interact with each other. As the group that's out passes the front gate and goes towards the mountain, the other one comes through the gate and heads towards the lake, and they both do their patrols. And so then as they come back, they would kind of cross paths as the two that were on shift would go back in through the gate, and the new two patrol would continue.
Do we think that maybe the lake could be another approach that we could take?
It could be. I think
cold
it wouldn't be a bad way to get in quietly. However, I don't want to leave any guards like left behind. The goal is not to necessarily sneak past everybody as quietly as possible. It's to take everybody down as we move through as quietly as possible. There's no way of knowing once we get to the end and we get to the captain's quarters and that, battle ensues. We don't want guards after guards, joining the fight at that point. So to Mango's plan, I think the best time to do it will be when all four of them are out through on our side of the wall, and about halfway try to take out two. They're going to be facing away from each other, and if we can get them down quietly and not alarm the other pair, we can then take those two out.
Did it look like their uniforms? Did they have helms and full gear?
It was a combination. So you could tell the ones that were carrying bows. They also had, probably from your distance you couldn't really tell, but probably a short sword of some sort on their belt. But the ones with bows didn't have helms.
And they're kind of
lighter
and they're like paired
light
up a
armor.
little bit, where bowmen, swordsmen. Cool.
Yeah. The level of armor that was being worn, you did notice varied slightly, but there seemed to be, of the 8 that you saw, there was 2 that specifically had like, not necessarily like stronger armor,
Nicer.
but did seem a little nicer.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, boss, but we could also take them out and pretend to be them and finish their patrol, and as we're passing by the next group, take that group out as well.
The elements of surprise.
Yeah,
I like that, Mango.
Mango feels very conflicted getting a compliment from Kit.
Compliment.
Thank you. Right.
Yeah, I think the other thing that we're not sure of, just because of we were vantage point wise when we saw the shift change, we couldn't see the shift change of the two at the lake. We don't necessarily know what that looks like. So, any other thoughts, questions, concerns?
When do we go?
It'll be tomorrow morning, first thing. Zarin will have some meals prepared for us for the morning, since the chow hall will not be open yet.
Before, of course. Yes.
As we mentioned, shift change seems to be about 9, and with horseback and then travel up the pass through the canyon, about 2.5 to 3 hours of travel time. So, of
course,
I'd like to.
There's more than one shift change, but of course,
right. I'd like to arrive at the base of the canyon around 7. So we're through the canyon by 8. So we have some, just in case, shift change isn't on point every morning. We're ready for that to happen.
Wonderful. Yes, of course.
I'll say some prayers for your beauty sleep.
Please do.
Last thing, I think the honestly potentially hardest part of the stealth is going to be getting down to the wall. The path that leads, it has coverage, but minimal. So moving at the right time, which is another reason why I want to get there at 8 or so. The full from lake to the mountain and back for that front guard patrol takes about 15 minutes. So, taking advantage of when their backs are essentially to us.
From the overhang that we saw everything, I'm picturing it as like almost a straight drop down.
Mhm.
Very treacherous on a scale of like 1 to 20. How treacherous would is that overhang?
Go
Because
for it.
you other like it was from the top of the canyon looking down. It was about
Right.
100 feet up or 150 feet or so. But when we looked
Mhm.
down at the town, we were looking down on the town, and so
Mhm.
that height plus the travel down, so it's like 300 feet, and does not look like a safe travel
Kit,
plan.
I have an idea. I have a special mission for you, Kit.
I heard special, and it's all I
Okay, we'll
needed to
talk
know.
about it tonight.
You did not just tell this man to go kill
Whoa.
himself.
I would never suggest such a thing. He's got Rex with him.
Does Rex fly?
No.
Nope.
Anyway, thank you so much.
Interesting deduction I have made.
Thank you for coming, Vice Admiral. I believe that is it. We will finish our preparations for tomorrow, but we will be leaving about 5 a.m.
Thank you, Vice Admiral.
Perfect. Thanks all of you for being here. I know you haven't been here long, but we appreciate your time and wish you blessings in your mission tomorrow.
And we
Blessings to you as
appreciate
well.
you.
Like a really
I'll be
awkward
praying.
towards Kit as she leaves the room.
Kid's just waving the whole time.
Cool. That probably I'd say took about an hour and a half. At this point, we are gonna head over to the armory all together.
Ooh,
Give me some good stuff. Give me some good stuff. Yeah.
let's go.
We headed over to the armory and we step inside and we see Javen.
Eve.
Kit, if you want to go with it, it is spelled Jaheven.
I am no longer
Jive.
spelling these names.
But
I'm not
it's
spelling these
Javen.
names literally. I'm spelling them phonetically so that way I can always say them right.
I'm spelling them literally so that I can say it wrong in half the time.
We walk in and
Jovan, wonderful to see you, my friend.
Giovanni.
he turns and looks behind him, knowing for sure he's the only one in there.
You jest.
Good afternoon. You guys head out tomorrow, correct?
Right.
Correct.
Perfect. Well, as you know, I'm sure this is probably pretty similar on bases you've been on before. Armory is yours to raid. Check everything out, but everything does need to be checked back in. And any damages or anything like that needs to be reported. So you guys can use these things tomorrow, but they are not yours to keep. So we all step into the armory, and everybody go ahead and roll a luck.
Ooh.
I've never
I need a good
wanted
dice for
something
this one.
so much.
I need like an actual.
Okay.
Full opposite of.
Man.
Hey!
It literally rolled it. I was like,
no way.
Wait.
Who else got it?
You guys are
Let's
absolute
go!
clowns. I hate you. I got a 19. Y'all
I
You
Ah!
got a 19?
yeah.
Like on the die? Oh, I guess it's a luck check. So
Give us the good
dang.
stuff. Give
Okay,
us
Give us your
Bring out the-
finest
that's so fun.
wares.
Bring out the good book. Bring out the
That's
good
so
book.
fun, though. So I'm gonna give you all 3 or so minutes. For those with the nat 20s, you guys get to pick. You get to pick a rare item.
Antimatter rifle.
Okay, no guns.
No guns.
Wow, dude, what a strict DM,
That's
dude.
crazy.
They're so laser
question-
rifle.
Question for DM / Tomas. What kind of armor would make?
I think
That's
on
not as
mission day-
leather, but
Yeah, we all wear leathers. It's light, so AC is not super pushed on that, but it's quiet.
okay, that's because I was thinking it's like something light armor, but okay,
Yeah. It's also we wear it underneath. It has to fit underneath our camis.
Okay.
That we wear to help, camouflage into the surroundings.
Gotcha. And then Mo and I get 2.
No, you still only get one, but you get to
3
pick.
items?
You can pick a rare item, so you can pick a blue.
So one item.
Yes, one item. Cool.
Kit puts on and just kind of like how it feels, this like newer armor. I'm assuming everything is kind of like the same kind of like color.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, most of the like leathers and armor and stuff like that is going to be like a really dark green, same color as the shirts that we wear underneath our camis.
Cool.
And then our camis are very specifically designed to match this region.
as he puts it on, there's a point where he kind of like close to where like the breastplate part of it, He kind of has to make a little bit of room so that Rex can get out. Sorry there, pal.
For PE and Bela, what did your guys' characters choose?
Right. I think with the offer of any weapon in the armory, Mango, instead of digging around, goes straight for the display and grabs the +1 longbow. Because I don't need to be messed around real quick. I gotta, we gotta go do this thing.
Oh, that's nice.
Right. And I like stare at Rex as he's
I,
climbing around.
I just took the bag that was on the counter. Looks like there's some beans in it.
Yeah. Very,
Molinari,
very
cool.
helpful.
What if Rex gets hungry? I'm looking out for you.
Molinari, you are the best friend I have ever had. Rex, go say thank you.
That's what we call it.
Rex, go say
Oh,
thank you.
no,
And he
it's-
sticks his hand
no,
out, and Rex runs down his arm and leaps off his palm towards Molinari.
Roll.
Do you accept his embrace?
I think I got a 2. I pat him.
He
You are
lizard
welcome.
licks your cheek a little bit, but
I am disgusted, but you are welcome.
Rex, to me.
For Tomas, now you guys know he carried his weapon of choice is a glaive.
Ooh, very cool.
So he got a +2 glaive for this little outing.
Subtle. I like it.
For actually those of you that didn't pick a weapon, what do you carry?
Molinari?
A bag of beans. That's what I carry. No, I
Just
have
throw
a
beans.
I just I have a short bow.
Cool.
Right? Yeah, I do.
Carry a melee weapon.
And a short sword. A little dagger.
A dagger.
A small dagger with the crest of our lovely lady of Villaria on it.
Cute.
I like it. Kit has a longsword. That's kind of just been always his go-to weapon as far as you guys have known him. It doesn't come up as frequently as he would like. So he has his longsword. He has just like a really handheld, like a crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like a quick one to reload. But the one thing that he also has that doesn't get used as often as he would like is he also has a net.
I see that it's considered a weapon.
Yeah.
A ranged weapon.
Oh yeah. What type of damage does a net do?
So you still have to make an attack roll with it, but a large or smaller creature hit by a net is restrained until it is freed.
Sick.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh wait, I take it back. I have a mace. I'm so sorry. I was ready.
I take the daggers from Mo, and I'm like, give me those back. And I put them in my pants.
Sorry. Sorry. I have a mace.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, so we finish up the armory with how long it took us. It's now dinner time with Scout Port, with Vice Admiral, dealing with all that, and then dropping off those equipment items at the barracks before we go eat. As per usual, Saren greets us with the most enthusiasm that he had all day, even when it was 7 a.m., and nobody should have that kind of enthusiasm. We enjoy dinner, and afterwards, we do head back to our own barracks, kind of meet up in the living space before we kind of start winding down for the night. But a few things. One, does everybody have a deck of cards?
Yes.
Yes.
For in-game purposes, we're all pulling from the same deck. So at this point, Tomas does pull a deck of cards out. You guys know the drill. He holds out the deck, and everybody pulls one face down. You don't know what it is, and you choose a pocket of what you will be wearing tomorrow. So you bring the card with you on the mission.
Oh, I like that.
Since we're not doing part 2 probably today, we'll probably, unless you just want to keep that card somewhere specific, we might just.
Yeah, I can keep the website open
on my desk.
Yeah, that's right. Perfect. And then as we gather around, you see Tomas goes into his kind of quarters, comes back out with a stack of 4 cups. You're not really this isn't new, but you weren't expecting it tonight. And as he like kind of wanders over to the table that everybody's sitting at, and the cups kind of shake a little bit, you hear like kind of rolling and jumping around. He sits a cup in front of everybody, and everybody has a dice cup with 5 die underneath. We are going to play pirate dice.
Ooh.
Come on.
This is something that we do that you guys would know. Not always pirate dice, but we do gamble a little bit the night before every mission with some sort of game.
Well,
So
Lenari, bless you.
everybody needs 5 dice.
Blessings to you too.
5d6. Does everybody have 5 physical d6? No. So Fela, for you, you can still use the virtual dice, but make sure that you have the roll set to only yourself, so we can't see.
I'll just go on a unnamed website.
That works too.
If you just do D6,
Or you could also open like Val's sheet and roll on that, because we won't see
I
those
already
things.
got. Those are bad.
Okay, so who has played
I'll
pirate
roll
dice
again.
and or liar's dice? Don't roll again.
Heard
Okay.
several iterations of it, so I'd love to see what rules we're playing by this time. Boss, tonight you want to play tonight? We got an early morning.
Yeah, I mean,
early morning.
frame of reference, it's only like 7.
Yeah,
right now.
you have to like shake
Wait,
Mango out
wait.
of bed to play this.
Wait.
Okay. Oh,
Come on.
you're right. You're right.
Okay, so pirate dice. Everybody rolls 5d6 in the preface in the room together. We all have dice cups because you do keep the dice hidden. You don't want everybody else to know what you rolled. The name of the game is essentially to win by lying and or be challenged on what somebody thinks is a lie, but you were telling the truth. You know what your 5 dice are, but you're playing off all 20. So there are 20 dice in the game. Before, we start kind of everybody's dice are sitting in front of them. We haven't rolled yet, and Tomas reaches into his pocket and sits 5 gold on the counter or on the table, making a call for what the bet amount will be for this round.
A poor man's wager. Wonderful.
I have more money.
He shakes his head and looks at you, and then pulls 5 more out.
You
to go to 10.
Boss is getting a little rich for my taste, and I pull up 10 gold coin and put it on.
All right.
Now it's nice. So
Okay.
there's 40 gold.
Okay, so-
There is only one winner in pirate dice. So we'll say with how we're all sitting, Mango, you're gonna go first on making a bet or
An application,
a claim. So what you are going to do is you are going to, whoever makes the first bet, you say how many, like if you have 3 2s and you're 5, you could say 5, whatever amount, and then face value that you think is in the game.
Collectively.
20 dice. Yeah,
Cool.
collectively
Cool,
of
cool,
the 20 dice on the table. So if he says 7 2s and he has 3 of them, he's counting on the other 3 of us at least having 4 to get to 7. And that makes it truth. Anybody can challenge the person before you. You are only able to challenge when you're next.
Okay. And the next bet has to be higher number on the dice or higher number of dice?
Amount.
Okay.
Yes. And you can't, we'll say for this round, you can't say a lesser amount of dice, even if the face value increases.
Ooh, okay.
Yes. So you either have to match and increase the face value, or increase the amount and keep the face value.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Everybody following?
I'm here for it.
If you decide to challenge the roller before you, and they were lying, the liar is out, and we play a second round. If you challenge somebody and they were telling the truth, the challenger is out, and we continue on to try round 2. Until there is only one left, so some winner will win.
Sick. And it's if I say 4 2s and there are 5 2s, that's still good. Okay.
Yes. There at least have to be at least as many as you claim.
Got you.
But if there's more, that's okay. Cool. So we're gonna go Mango, Kit, me.
Awesome.
Got you.
for turn.
Okay,
one.
friends, go ahead and shake them up.
All the dice hit the table, all at the same time.
We're like hiding them though, right? Like how much
Yep.
we have.
So you have them like you use that cup to then like kind of lift and look under the cup, and then put your cup back down
Wonderful.
so they stay covered.
Okay. I look around at each
All right,
person's face and I make a perception check. No. I okay, well, it's an honor to go first. Thank you for having me. We're gonna go ahead and say 4 3s.
I will say 4 4s.
I believe you. I'm gonna go 5 4s.
I'm gonna go 2 5s. That's okay. Would that
No,
be
so
enough
you have,
for?
have to be the
I-
same amount of dice.
Okay.
So if it's the same amount of dice, the face value needs to go up. So if you also want to
Okay.
say 5, the amount of dice that equal this number, then you would have to say 5 or 6 for the face value. Or you can just say there's more 4s than what I said, and I said there was 5.
There's 6 4s.
You know, Mo, I'm not calling you a religious woman, not me not being good at lying, but I'm gonna go ahead and call you a liar.
He's calling you a
I'm
liar.
sorry.
He
I
called.
ain't calling myself a truther. How do we find out if we're
So now at this point, everybody reveals how
Okay.
many 4s are in the table.
I only have one.
Do- I have to.
No.
Oh no. I
No.
thought we were not gonna do it.
No, I didn't think so either. So you said 6 4s, and there was 6 4s.
Exactly 6
Yeah.
4s.
So he called you out for like challenging you, but you were
Yeah.
telling the truth. You were right.
I
Uh,
carefully
sorry,
pick up
Mango.
each dice and put it back in the cup and say, like I see a little too rich for my taste. And I kick back and I whittle and still sitting at the table.
I think I kind of glimpse and it starts to take the form of an owlbear and I look away.
Okay, now
Brexit-
we re-roll. Everybody ready?
But now the total is 15 dice
Yes,
instead.
15 dice on the table. Again, dice hit the table slightly quieter than the first time.
Would I go first then?
Yes, so continuing in the order, Kit, you're at.
I'm going to say 1 1.
That's it.
I'm gonna say
Risky. Oh, hold on.
2 3s. Whoa.
Okay,
sorry.
she's
Oh,
cheating there. I
sorry,
can tap back
sorry.
in if she's cheating.
Molinari, we do this
I don't know how to-
every time.
I am a woman of the gods. I do not gamble.
She is a woman
Sorry
of the
to pick
cloth.
up your accent. The goth.
The cloth.
The
That's okay. That's okay. I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna use your little mishap to my advantage, but I am. I'm gonna say 4 3s.
Molinari.
I'm gonna say 5 3s.
I'm going to say 5 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to challenge you on that one.
Mango stops whittling for a second. Okay.
Mo, you got any 5s? I have 0 5s.
1.
No.
Yeah.
3.
3?
4 5s.
No.
That's why he's the boss. You know what I mean?
No. Kit yells.
All right, Mo, me and you.
I'm not good at gambling. I'll do it
yeah.
for morale.
Apparently you are.
Mango, isn't it kind of wild that Molinari is always saying this, but somehow wins
Listen,
most?
I'm not gonna say I gave her some of my gold to gamble with in the past, but yeah, she's won many times over that by now.
A little suspicious, a little
Weird.
divine intervention.
Weird.
Crazy.
Weird
Weird when
Molinari.
you're one of your god's favorites, of course.
Roll third and final time. And
They do say that I am Valari's favorite princess. War princess. Valari is.
Hmm.
The brain rot is
Sure.
seeping.
I'm gonna say, since it is my turn to start us off, I'm gonna say 2 6s,
I'm gonna say 3 6s.
and I'm gonna challenge you.
Okay.
How
I
many?
have 2
6s?
6s.
Ah.
Tomas falls into his chair.
Oh, okay. There's got to be some kind of
Mango,
some
see
kind of
what I mean?
investigation going on here, because you see, if you win once, that's pretty lucky. But she's won every time this past 2 months, and that is sketchy.
I have a familiar that could give me the help action, and I still do not ever win.
Well, Mel, the gold is yours.
Thank you. I still don't know what I'm doing.
That makes it worse.
She smiles as she tucks it away in her bag.
True.
Cling, 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 cling.
Well, you guys are free to use the night as you will, but remember, we do have to be up early. Tomas stands and gives like everybody a like predator handshake before he goes into his quarters.
Wonderful. Well, I think we have to wake up so early.
Just don't sleep.
No. No. You don't get these chisel jaws from not getting your rest. Kid definitely still has like a little bit of baby fat.
That does seem like some sort of divine intervention. Some sort of toxin? Injectables?
I don't know if it's a threat or a comment on my appearances, but with that, Mingo, Molinari, I will get some sleep. Rex, to me.
God, that dang lizard messing me up every single time. I can't get over it. I think that's probably why I'm like talking to myself, but also kind of to Mo. I think that's kind of why I keep whittling these owlbears, because he keeps scaring me with that lizard. So I got to get him back somehow.
Can you whittle me one
Oh, sure.
so I can
I
put it-
open.
You're already sleeping.
I open
Shh.
my trunk, my bedside trunk, and I have, kid you not, 37 already made. And I give you 2 of them.
Perfect.
course,
Thank you so
yeah.
much.
Great. Anything else you guys would like to do before we go to sleep?
I think before Kit goes to bed, he has a little journal that he keeps. He's gone through a couple journals probably in the year or so that he's been traveling with the group. But I think he writes down ways in how he could be a better friend to everyone. He doesn't always do a great job at doing the
And sometimes
things.
things are just wrong. Like the snack.
Yeah, and some of it honestly is the things that he already does, but I think like in his mind, like this is Kit's effort to be like a good like
Aw.
partner to everybody, and then just says, "I will speak first," and then that way they have time to think about what they could say.
Oh man. I think being an Eladrin and not really needing a full night's rest, Mango just kind of kicks back on the cot, finishes whittling his owlbear, number 36 now, because we've given 2 away, right? So tucked it away into the trunk, and goes to make sure that all of his arrows are ready to go, so as to not fail him on the day of.
Mo pulls out her prayer book and opens it up to the prayer that she says every night before a major event that gives her the courage and the guidance to have a successful mission. And then
So I guess 2 of you, go to sleep, get your full nights, as Mango will get his version of a full night's sleep, and we sleep the night away, and not really all of it because we got to be up early. But say the next morning, and I'm in Tomas's mind. I mean, we've been together as a group for a year now, and we mess around, we have a good time. But when it comes to mission days, it's like a different vibe. So Tomas, gets up, kind of gets himself ready and situated with his gear and getting dressed inside his quarters. And as he steps out, to no surprise, all 3 of you are packed, ready, and sitting on the edge of your cot, essentially just ready to move out with me. At this point, it's like 4:30. So we quietly meander over to the chow hall really quick, as Zarin, knowing that we were going to be up this early, has gotten up early himself so he can have some kind of to-go breakfast ready for us. We enter in, and he's still like peppy, but like a quiet peppy, because he knows that it's early. So he's like, "Hey guys, good morning. I got these ready for you." He hands everybody kind of a essentially this world's version of a sack lunch breakfast.
Zarin, please shut up.
Why are you being so mean to him?
Am I?
Mango tips his hat.
My
Tips
apologies.
his hat, and as he's tipping his hat, he like elbows Kit. Hey.
My apologies. I'm so tired.
Zarin, may the gods bless you. May the gods bless you. See? Nearing.
So we all get our lunches, and as you know, last one to grab his lunch or his breakfast, I guess, and to head out. He have a good morning, Zarin. Thank you. We all move over. We get over to our horses, get our packs attached, sack lunches in our packs as we plan on eating those when we get to the base of the mountain at the end of the horse ride, and we head out together. Again, similarly to yesterday, it's about 2 hours on horseback to get there. And as we're riding and the sun starts to come up around 6:30 or so, you see, I mean, we're all moving relatively quickly on our horses. So our shadows almost don't really look like anything because they're so like long as the sun comes up behind us. And then as it gets a little bit higher in the sky, you can see just from the shadows that we're like riding in an echelon pattern. Tomas in the front, directly behind to the left is Mango. Directly back and to the right is Mo, and bringing up the back is Kit. We finish the ride and we get to the base of the mountain, tie off our horses, get situated, a little bit comfortable so we can enjoy our breakfast right before we have to kind of hike up this pass. Light banter, but it's also still like 6:37 in the morning and we haven't eaten yet. So
Kids
we're
are
just
awake
like,
at this point.
yeah, we're like the ride, the wind, all that has like woken us up. But now at this point, it's like essentially game faces. We're eating and we got to get going. So we finish eating, we get our packs attached, and we head up. Moving
Before you do, I think I stop Molinari's hand before she goes and eats her snack that I packed. As I remember, like, I think she's allergic.
Am I eating the snack or am I eating the breakfast?
You're
I don't
eating
think
the
I'd pull up the.
But
Yeah.
he put his snack in your bag.
Oh, right. What are you? What?
Nothing. Don't. It's fine. It's fine.
Did you just?
Did you
I'm
try
like,
to kill me?
Unintentionally, I realized it after. I'm so sorry. I'm like
Don't
rummaging
tell-
through your
Did
bag.
he just pack his extra snacks in Mo's bag, so that way Mo had to carry his extra snacks?
Yes.
I don't tell anyone I'm allergic to those.
Somehow that's the
How do
better option.
you?
I think in
How did you?
the story, the reason that it clicked was at dinner the night before. Zarin had modified the main dish because it was cooked in peanut oil.
I'm over here just looking the whole time. I'm like,
And he says it. He was like hands it to Mo specifically. And he's like, I made sure to avoid the peanut oil on this one. And like, it's there, but in the moment, he's not thinking about the snack he packed her anymore. But then it all clicks at 7 a.m. now that he's
yeah.
eating.
I don't think you were eating it, but I was like, I think I realized. Please stop. It's fine. It's fine. I'm like next to your bag, just like it's fine.
What are you? Okay.
Cool. Now that we're traveling actually up this like mountain pass to get to the top end of the canyon, this is the first time for Mo and Kit to have gone this far. So this is your first time coming up this pass. I mean, we just did it for the first time the day before, so it's not like we're mountaineers compared to you. But as you like rise, the sun is still real low, and we just kind of are all able to enjoy the moment of like the sun just being over the trees, and it's just forest until like you just can't see anymore as we go higher up into the mountain. We get into one side of the mountain pass, and at this point, Tomas pauses. He looks at everybody, and in the morning,
Ill.
Yeah.
we'll try that again.
One more time. So sorry.
They're still waking up.
I thought I was awake.
So we're at the beginning of this canyon that we're about to walk through to come up on the other side, and Tomas pauses and stops in front of everybody and looking at them. In the morning,
Kill.
Kill.
in the evening,
Kill.
on a weekday,
Kill.
on a weekend,
Kill.
And on this day,
We will live.
let's go. We move through the canyon out to the other side as we like open up, and you can see essentially inside this like completely canyon mountain surrounded town. Not necessarily new for me and Mango, but still just like it's just cool.
It's the treasure troves.
It's in the town.
At this
We'll get you
point,
there.
we're Tomas has passed without trace, and everybody is going to roll their first stealth check.
Come on.
You add 10,
Yeah.
21.
Dirty 20.
Nice. Cool. I'd say with those initial rolls, we get about halfway down this like path. The path itself, probably 200 or so feet, 250, then another 100 feet at the base to get to the wall. So we've gotten to this point where, keeping an eye on the patrol patterns, Mango specifically, because he's, wrote all those reports the day before. He's just making sure all the same. So for Mango, you can roll a perception check with advantage. The other two of you are welcome to roll one as well, but you do not get advantage.
Somebody please back up my lack of perception. Okay, that first one's going to be a 5. Next one. Oh, that's better. That's a natural 20. 23.
Oh,
Or sorry, 22.
I got a 6.
You got a
21.
6? 21. Perfect. I'm going to say with the nat 20, which is what we needed. Mango, you stop. And everybody's following you as you would take the lead to move down. And something we didn't notice the day before, on the inside of the wall, all the way up against the mountain, essentially. You can't really tell if it's attached to the wall or not, but you do see like a kind of a tower that's a little bit taller than the wall itself. And there is a guard in it. And from the distance, with that 20, you notice that it's not just a guard tower. There is a bell.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. I throw up my arms. Okay. And I'm like squinting my eyes. I cup one hand to look through, and then I take off my hat. Well, fellas, looks like we might need to change our plans. That there's a bell tower. If they see us, we're done.
Good catch. Good catch. Let's get all the way down to this base, and then we can go from there. Everybody roll another stealth check.
That's going to be a 28.
29.
Nice.
29.
Yeah, we're chilling. So we get to the base, and when we get to the very bottom, you see there's like the kind of a big rock, boulder, but it looks like it almost originally was maybe even part of the mountain because it's like oddly shaped and more like a wall as it leads you kind of closer to the mountain before you can like maneuver back in. We all kind of situate ourselves just above it, all of you kind of lining up, and I tap each of your shoulders one at a time, and I bell tower. And at this point, shift change had just happened, and so the two guards going each direction have started their like patrol opposite of each other, eyes away from each other so they can't see each other. But the one on the left is headed towards the mountain where that bell tower is. And so I'm like, Mango, guard closer to the wall. Kit, guard further from the wall. As each of you ready your ranged weapons to take your first shots at the same time.
Mango pulls out his longbow as well as an arrow, kind of just perches up, ready to take a shot.
Go ahead and give me your attack rolls. Let me know what you got.
Mm-hmm. Is this with advantage because of surprise or something, or from secret?
Depends. I guess maybe actually a question for Renee. Basile always has that. Is that something that I just don't remember?
You had
if
us
I
roll
only
stealth
have that?
checks. It would follow the same principle. I mean, because you have us rolling stealth checks, so it's up to you. But like because we rolled successful stealth checks, then because it would kind of classify as like a surprise round,
right?
So it's up to you.
Okay,
But
cool. Yeah,
but it wouldn't be in track with rules. So
yeah, everybody would get advantage, especially because one, we know exactly how this patrol was going. The bell tower was a surprise, but he's stationary. He's not moving. What did everybody get?
Even better, 19.
18.
Nice.
It's going to be a 18 as well.
18. Perfect. Go ahead and roll damage for all of you.
Perfect. And I'm going to roll my sneak attack. Sneaky. Super sneaky attack. I get 2d6 on top of this.
Ooh.
For PE, just so that you know, at this point in like the patrol, what is the range for that like phantom ability?
That phantom is, let me double check. Within 30 feet of the first creature. So somebody I can see within 30 feet of the first creature.
Yeah. Knowing that about you, I would have specifically planned for the guards that are patrolling to be within 30 feet of the bell tower.
Nice. Perfect.
7 damage.
7?
Mhm.
Okay.
4 damage.
The 20 damage on the first attack. You can and then I can roll a d6 to affect another creature within 30 feet that I can see. Yeah. 4.
4 more?
Yeah, to another creature.
Perfect. All of you, release your arrows at the same time, but all of you are actually using different types of ranged weapons. So with the bolt, it just like it has so much power of like the way that they're designed. It seems to fly through the air the fastest. The longbow next, and the short bow after. They fly through the air, and it almost feels like it's going in slow motion as these arrows and this bolt reach closer and closer and closer to these guards that we eyed down and are aiming at. And as they get closer, that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Come on.
Ooh. Yes.
Yeah.